What's going on, family? It's your boy, Adrian Dynamite Sloan, the living legend, man. We here on another episode of Boss Talk. Guys, listen, man. Listen, I'm excited about this next call, man. We have an amazing guest that's going to come forth and be able to break bread with us and chop it up on some amazing topics, man. Listen, we're in about fourth of our fifth episode. And ever since the first episode, guys, it's been so much growth and so much development. I'm just amazingly appreciative of all the supporters that's been coming in from all over the country, all the inboxes, man. Right now, you want to go to YouTube and subscribe to Dynamite Sloan right now. Go and subscribe. Again, you can catch the playbacks on YouTube. You can go back to the Facebook page, Adrian Sloan, to see the previous shows. But this one is another burner again. So this is another episode of Gentlemen Only, where it's a safe place for men to be able to come together and just have an open dialogue. Guys, we just gonna talk. It's just men being men, us just having a conversation, right? Again, we know we got a lot of women that listen to us in the audience and sisters. We appreciate y'all for being here. We appreciate y'all coming through. But this is a space for men just to talk, right? We want our guys to be able to dive in and just feel comfortable letting it out. The whole goal of this is to be able to build families, build communities, build relationships. But man, we got to do the work first, right? Does that make sense? So Gentlemen Only is an all men's panel where we can be in a position just to be able to learn from one another, iron sharpen irons, each one teach one, and let's grow from here. So my guest of honor that's came up on Boss Talk today is one of my business partners, man. This gentleman is amazingly sharp, got an amazing company that's helping so many families all the way across the country, all across the nation. One of the best speakers in the nation, my opinion. If my opinion counts for something, he's one of the best speakers and executives, right, in the nation, running a fintech operation, man. And he has a great philosophy of being a man as a husband, as a father. His opinion is very, very valid. So I'm gonna bring to the front, introduce to some, and he don't really know introduction at all. My partner, Mr. Haziq Ali. Let me bring him up to the forefront real quick. Mr. Ali, are you with us, sir?
I'm here, Dynamite. How you feeling, cousin?
What's up, baby? I'm doing good, man. Blessings. Good to see you, King.
Hey, man, it's good to be seen, man. So I treasure seeing brothers like you that are interested in kind of taking back our concept, our self-concept, our self-image, our cultural esteem. It really means a lot to me, bro. You and the team you've put together, man. I'm real proud of y'all.
Thank you so much, bro, man. We appreciate that. Listen, again, following great leadership partners like yourself, guys, we've been able to grow to this height, man. So we couldn't do it without the great leadership team of you guys. And, shout out real quick to my big bro, Mr. Rico McCambry, man, is out there in the office somewhere. He always close by. But, man, listen, another great gentleman that maybe one day, we always kind of joke about who's the busiest, me or him, but we close neck and neck. But Rico, he on another level right now. Again, super, super proud of you guys, man. So for just a moment, if you can, just introduce yourself on Brother Ali. Tell them who you are, what your company is. We want to just promote you for a second, bro, and just kind of put you out there, what you guys are doing. So tell them who you are, where you're from, and what your business is for just a second for our audience.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, my name's Haziq Ali. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm also one of the captains of a fintech-based financial services company called Nove. And our whole play is creating empowerment, not just financial literacy, but also the empowerment, and then putting it in the hands of the common man and woman. Our stated purpose is closing a wealth gap by closing the ownership gap. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life, man. And if there's one thing that I'm certain of, it's that freedom is tied into service. And so that's where entrepreneurship comes in, baby, because entrepreneurship is the perfect combination of faith and service. That's where you're at when you're an entrepreneur. Like in Hebrew, the Hebrew word for businessman is omain, which literally means man of faith. You know what I mean? So if that don't say it all, I don't know what to say. But yeah, that's me. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, and that faith has come in handy because I was just homeless a few years ago. I done been through a lot of valleys and peaks and whatnot. So for me to be here today, at whatever status people attribute to me, I'm blessed and fortunate to have, probably reached some heights that maybe, many won't. But it don't mean that everybody can't. You know what I mean? If one man can do it, we all can do it. I think what it really boils down to the self-image, and that's why I'm giving it back to you once again to say thank you for doing your part to raise the self-esteem of our community, bro.
Absolutely, man. Blessings, bro. I appreciate that, bro. Coming from a brother like yourself, I take that very, very seriously. And so, we're gonna dive into it. So just to kind of give a little feedback, right? For let's take a look back at some hours, man. On this show, gentlemen, only guys, we done talked about mental health. All right, why like men being in a good space is so important, right? To be the growth of your family development, right? We done talked about the role of a man and why that's so important in households, and kind of what that looks like, how society kind of put us in some situations that was
Hmm.
kind of conflicting based on history of how it was in slavery, how the man was stripped down into how it is now, where, the value of a man to many is just the check that he brings to the table. So we associated just with providing to having a man. And that's what the government did when they took men out of the households and had it just the government providing for our women and housing them, and then want the man to be in the household. They had Section 8. You know what I'm saying? How
Oh yeah.
that's a, how that affected our dynamic, man. And so we kind of went down that road on previous episodes, but guys, today we're gonna talk about growth. Again, this show is about growth and healing. So we're gonna pull up our questions and our dialogue for the day. We want to talk about two things today, right? So our topic to today is, why is a man's self-respect essential to his growth? This is a two-part thing. Let's let this settle in for a minute. Why is a man's self-respect essential to his own growth, right? And how does self-respect play a role in his personal relationships on any level? So again, a lot of men want respect. Is a part of our dynamic, right? We don't stand for disrespect from no fashion. If you was raised up in any household where your pride was something that you held close to, and as a man, we are taught, don't let nobody disrespect you, don't let nobody disrespect you. But I got a question, for the audience today, right? And I really want you guys to think about this, right? So why is a man's self-respect, right, so essential, right? How do you respect yourself? Because you could want a lot of people to respect you, right? What standard do you hold yourself to? What standard do you hold yourself to? Is a question that I have for you guys today. Do you hold yourself to that same standard? But let's just be honest, fella. Let's just talk about it. Do you hold yourself to the same standard that you hold other people of how you want them to treat you? Because you can get mad if a person disrespects you for what you wear or what you're doing or so forth. But what are you really doing about yourself, right? How you carry yourself, your mannerisms, right? So let's talk about that. So why is a man's self-respect so essential, Hazik? How do you feel about that?
Well, man, that's such a multifaceted question, bro. But what we got to realize, right, is that it all starts with self-respect, but self-respect is not to be confused with ego. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? As a matter of fact, what I teach is that the bigger the ego, the smaller the self-esteem, the self-respect, the self-concept,
Mm-hmm.
the self-image. And then the opposite is absolutely true too, where the bigger the self esteem, the bigger the level of self respect, the bigger the level of self concept and self image, the smaller the ego.
Mm.
So I'll give you an example, man, like that Will Smith and Chris Rock incident. See, if Chris Rock was an actual punk, man, that would have ended that whole show, bro. If Chris
Mm-hmm.
Rock wasn't a man's man, you understand? If Chris Rock didn't have self-control, like there are five different levels of
Mm.
emotional intelligence, right? That first level of emotional intelligence is being able to identify your own emotions. The
Yeah.
next level up is being able to identify the emotions, is being able to control your emotions. The next level up is being able to identify the emotions in somebody else. Level four is being able to manage relationships. And then level five is being able to motivate yourself to feel, see how emotion still plays in it,
Mm-hmm.
feel like doing what you know you need to do. So
Mm-hmm.
those are the five levels of emotional intelligence as it was taught to me. And my point is that, bro, we confuse a lot of times self-respect with ego. I give you another story. I was listening to a T.I. podcast one time, and he was talking about like how he have all these lyrics in his songs, like, I don't know what you'll do for your respect, but I die for mine, and all of this. And one of the OGs that he was locked up with was like, bruh, that sounded to me like a pretty easy way to get you out the way, you know? Yeah, it lends
Right,
itself
that
to
makes
this
sense.
question. It lends yourself to this question, right? What does respect from you matter if you ain't respectable yourself?
That's it.
How I'ma die to try? We all got these things that drive us to frustration, bro. And black men have it in double servings. Cause
Hmm.
if they get a cold, we gonna get pneumonia. You know what I mean?
Right.
And see, what a lot of us are dealing with, bro, is we don't understand that all these musts we got
Hmm.
in our mind, bro, all these shoulds. I must do this. They must do this. The world must do this. She must do this if she's going to be in my life, right? And then you have all these shoulds. I should do this. He should do this. She should do this. They should do this. The world should do this. But check this out. The law of reality says that reality ain't the way. Like, I do this morning call for entrepreneurs every morning, right? And lately we've been covering these 120 universal laws of
Mm.
personal power and success, right? So it's all these laws like entropy and the law of expression and the law of communication. It's all these dope joints that cats, right? But one thing I know for sure is that, bro, when you dealing in this world right here, everybody is fighting a battle you know nothing about.
Hmm.
And if you're gonna put all this on people about what they must do and what they should do for you to be happy, for you to be fulfilled, for you to be
Mm.
calm and confident and cool as the other side of the pillow, for you to be able to remain an alpha male, for you to be able to remain in your character, bro, you putting a lot of pressure on yourself if you expect all them to do what they must do, what you think they must do, and all them to do what you think they should do, and they don't even do what they think they must do.
Hmm.
They
Yeah,
don't, bro, they don't even do what they
that,
think they should do. How
that's
the
a
heck
lot.
they gonna do what you think they should do? You
That's too much
setting
control.
yourself up for craziness.
A lot of failure right there. And so a big part, I like your point of view on that is more so the accountability. You know what I'm saying? Being able to take accountability for your own emotions, right? I think a great example, like you said, with the Will Smith face. I mean, come on, let's be honest. And everybody saw it, kept like, oh man, I would have da. He should have came back. But like you said, and if they get your cold, we're gonna get pneumonia. We used to go into the extreme to be able to validate, our masculine, the fact that we ain't no punk, we ain't no pushover. You play me, I'm gonna get you back. Like that's kind of how we've been raised. But it is another level in that as you grow older into a man and you realize you don't have nothing to prove. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, the biggest thing you got to prove something to is yourself. I remember watching this old Jackie Robinson deal, right? And they were talking about how was it being a black man in the league when you were getting spit on, you was getting beat, you had to fight all the time, going to these different white stadiums, and he had to defend himself. And he went through a lot of that, and he got to the point I thought it was so dope. The play of what you're talking about right now. He said that the key to his strength became when he was strong enough not to fight. When he got strong enough not to fight, that's when he realized what his ultimate strength was. Because the play to what you're saying, it was the self-control, right? He didn't allow people to pull him off his square because if a man spit on you or he hit you, your emotion going crazy. It's like a Christmas light that jumped off in your body, right? And you ready to go ahead and ignite. But imagine getting cleated, getting spat on, right? But he kept his mind focused on what his higher calling was and what his mission was for that assignment of
That's right.
being in that lead. And just think about it, if he would have got distracted on what the mission was, how he could have messed it up for so many other black athletes end up coming behind him, you right? Whoever to come in
Yeah.
and do their thing. And so I think that's key, bro. As we grow as men, self-control is everything. Now,
Yeah.
sometimes you going that alpha gonna be that alpha. Let's just keep it all the way 100. But the
That's
biggest
right.
thing of it is awareness. I
Yeah.
think that's the key of it is playing off what you're saying right there. People got to be aware of when and when not to, and you don't allow people to have control over you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the
You
thing.
said it.
Because
You
if
said it.
Ti say I'm gonna die for mine, all a cat got to do is disrespect him, and they know he gonna jump out of there, right? But it's when you don't tell people how to trigger you, that's when you're gonna get the most respect. So if you tell a cat what's gonna tick you off and they do it, they got you. But you can't get mad because you told them.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? I
With your
think some,
words or your action.
which are worthy act. I think some of the dopest brothers, man, know how to keep they cool. My father was a military man. You follow me? And he used to always say, just because you think it don't mean you should do it. You know what I'm saying? You could think it, but that don't mean you got to act upon it. A lot of times, most people don't have enough emotional control to think it and not act. Because it become, I thought this, oh, I know this. Just because you know don't mean you should. And just
Well,
because
it's
you think
that.
it don't mean you do it.
Well, it's that. And then also, my brother, we got this thing going where this cultural hypnotic mechanism has us running east looking for a sunset. Like what I'm saying to you, bro, is that most people, bro, you walk around, if they breathe in deep, they suck in their stomach too.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. If you breathe in deep, your diaphragm should be expanding because you just pulled in all the air.
Mm-hmm,
And then when you exhale, your whole thing should shrink. We don't even breathe right.
mm. That's good.
Everybody watching this, take a deep breath. Watch what you do. You go, and then you just start sucking it. You don't even breathe right. Well, I give you another one. You love money, but you hate sales and you love
Mm.
buying stuff. You know what I mean? You trapped, bro. Like it's never gonna work.
Never.
I say that to say that, like, what this society does, bro, is it trains people to look for love in all the wrong places, bro.
All the time, dog.
That's got to realize
All the
you got to
time.
learn to go within or learn to go without. Like I give you an example. Like
Say, hold on, go back for me. Let's hear rewind like spoken word, man. Tell them again, man. They might have missed that one, right? You gotta
yeah,
learn to go within or go without, man. Come on,
yeah,
man. Hit rewind. Let's go back to that real quick.
yeah, bro.
See. Come on, go back there. Dig get on that for a little bit, man. We talking about why it's essential. Like, why they got to go within? Tell them a little bit more.
That's
Why
right.
you got to go within or go without? I like that tag.
All the answers is inside you.
Come
The
on, man.
only wherever you go, there you are. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like the only peace the monk finds on the mountain is the peace the monk brings to the mountain. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So what you got to do, bro, is you got to focus on building. The
Super
reason
dope.
personal development is so powerful is because personal development is short for personality development. So
Oh
so
yeah,
when
for
you look
sure.
out here and you see all the youngins like oh, I'm savage. What you're talking about is a man or a woman that'll go straight from activating the event to response.
Mm.
So what you're talking about is fight or flight or freeze, like an animal. You savage.
That's
So
good.
they say something to you, you snap off on them because you're in a savage state.
Ready
You
to
ain't
go.
civilized. There's no ability to respond. There's no responsibility.
Right.
There's no ability to respond. You don't have response ability. And so
Mm.
instead you react because
No
they have you feeling
responsibility.
so
Come on,
small.
man.
Come on, bro. They
Come
got
on.
you feeling so small, bro, and minuscule. You ever heard this expression, Dynamite? You ever heard them say, you can tell the size of a man by the size of the problem that'll knock him off his square?
Woo. Bro, that's good. That's the first one for me right there. I can
Ain't
relate
that
it to.
cool? So
That's
check
dope.
it out. If I'm out here stressing over you know, like I was homeless a few years ago, right? So I remember there's a time when boy, I had this car where if I went over a pothole, bro, that rim was gonna crack. So
Take your time. Take your time.
bro, I be driving down the street, bro. I hit a pothole and I'll be like, shit. That means
You knew what time it was.
I know what time it is. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to turn over to the road. So my point
For
is,
sure.
in a financial place, I was so small that a pothole that just disrupt my
Mm.
whole day. Now I can't
Yeah.
make it to a meeting on time. Now I got somewhere to be. I'm on the side of the road. Maybe I gotta pick my kids up. Anything could be happening. and I'm now, but then you get a little bit bigger, and then you like, oh well, no, I'm not gonna buy the used tires no more and risk my life every time it rains. Every time it rains,
Structure change a little bit. Your change a little bit. Like let's change your stresses a little bit.
listen, bro.
And we all done had to pay $20 for that used tire. Come on, Z. We done had to pay 20,
Listen,
$25.
bro. Them
I holler at the
Africans
peoples on
saved
the
my
corner,
life
bro. We done...
many times, bro. Many times. And so I just say that to say that, like, you can tell the size of a man by the size of something that knock him off his square.
I
So,
love that, bro. I love that. That's pure right there. That's pure.
right?
That's pure. Absolutely.
We want to raise ourselves up to the level like something you said earlier, where he's like, you don't want to give away your. That's what got me into therapy, bro. If
Mm-hmm.
anybody that watches your show is not in therapy yet, I know they're gonna get into it the more you pour into them. But
Yeah.
cats got to
Yeah.
get into therapy. And the reason that I
That's
got in therapy, bro, is because I got sick of my buttons being so exposed. I didn't
mm,
like the fact that somebody could come along, like some affiliate in the field, they might say something wrong to me, or maybe my girl or something might say something crazy, and now I'm out of here. Now I don't even recognize me. If you was to record me and play
mm.
it back, now I'm embarrassed by the things that was I done got out my character. You know what I mean?
Bro,
I
that's
ain't
so
like
huge. That's it. Yo, listen, our first show, bro, we opened up with mental health. Like, I went to therapy, bro. 2020 was such a heavy year for me, bro. Like, my pops passed. I went through some personal things. And, like, bro, listen, let me tell you, for any brother who has not went to therapy, bro, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. You know what I'm saying?
that's it.
As a black man, bro, I'm telling you, you got a lot on you as any level, man. But I'm an African American male, so I got to speak from what I understand. We have so much built into us from being little boys up into being grown men. And now we got the audacity to say you want to get with a lady, marry her, raise a family, but you ain't really debriefed yet, bro. You have not got all these toxins out of your mind and out of your spirit. You ain't dealt with the serpent that's in you.
Preach.
You ain't dealt with you yet. You know what I'm saying? But you're trying to deal with everybody. You want everybody to respect you, but you ain't took enough respect of yourself to detoxify your mind and your spirit, bro. I checked myself in the therapy. You know what I'm saying? And I went to them sessions, bro, for a couple of weeks, a couple of months. And it was so helpful, bro, because I was able to break out 5 and 10 years worth of baggage of just stuff. I unpacked. My sister said something the other day and I thought it was so dope. She said sometimes people walk around with so much self-pity in a backpack. They walk around and carry their self-pity and their problems like they're in a backpack instead of pulling over and unpacking the bag and then going on with your life. You can't keep carrying that stuff forever. Some of y'all gotta unpack that bag, or you're gonna keep talking about respect, but you disrespecting yourself. And I promise you, because you ain't took the time to do the work, bro, you're gonna hurt some relationships because you hurting yourself. As they
That's it.
say, hurt people, bro. I'm 200% man. Zeke 200% man. But that man that I used to be, I don't even know that dude no more.
I'm
Now
telling
man, that dude died. You know what I'm saying?
you.
That dude is gone. That's dead and stinking because you can't show people what trigger you. And what you talking about, Zeke, is them triggers. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's
Yeah,
the triggers. A person say something to you or do something. It's not really what they said. It's what
that's
you
it.
was already holding inside of you, bro, that you
Yeah,
ain't
bro.
dumped out yet.
That's
So
it,
it
bro.
that one straw that broke the camel's back. But bro,
That's
you
it.
had a damn haystack already on your shoulders. You know
That's
what
it, bro. That's it. You was soaked in gasoline. It wasn't the match.
I'm saying?
The match blow out in the air. The fact you was soaking in kerosene, bro.
Listen, drench with the little plastic tubes to syringe that joint out, bro. You was using that like a water hose.
For real.
It's the problems. You gotta do the therapy. But go back into that, bro. I like he was going, but I had to expose that because you see successful men, Inc. 5000 company, Mr. Haziq Ali, is one executive of Inc. 5000 company, nationally known across. And he just told you, bro, I had to go to therapy.
Yeah.
You heard Jay-Z said, bro, I had to go to therapy. You done
Yeah.
heard y'all respect me. You done heard Dynamite Slave, bro. I had to go to therapy
Yeah.
because you cannot remain respectable. You're not gonna remain respectable if you don't respect yourself enough to deal with your stuff.
That's it. And we all got stuff, bro.
We all got stuff.
Jim Rohn said like, a lot of your attitude has to do with, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the future, and how you feel about the past. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Like how you feel about the past. And obviously the younger you are, the the less past you have to deal with. But as we begin to get older and older, man, this stuff gets to kicking in, caking up, and then before you know it, you like Erica Badu, where it'd be like, you a bag man.
Oh, it's essential. So Z, let's keep driving that, bro. So why is that like essential? So we kind of expose, right? Personality, the person dealing with their self responsibility. But if cats don't really work on their self respect, right? How do you feel it affects any level of personal relationship, whether it be business, personal, affectionate, siblings? How does a person deal with their relationships if they got a self-respect issue because they ain't really put in the work that we talking about? How do you feel like that conversation kind of works with that? What do you think?
Well, God got a plan for everybody, bro. Like you either gonna be an example or a warning, you know what I mean? And
Mm,
so when you interacting with these people and you don't have the self-esteem and the self-image to see, because you use the term self-respect, I use the term self-esteem.
mm-hmm.
And, you know, for the purposes of this conversation, I feel as though they're pretty interchangeable, you
Yeah,
know.
let's talk about it.
And the way that I try to explain it to brothers and sisters is that your self-esteem is almost like a thermostat, right? So if your thermostat is set to 70 degrees and it gets real hot outside, your thermostat is going to cut on the AC and turn you back down to 70.
Mm-hmm.
However, if it gets cold outside, the heat is going to come on and turn you back up to 70
I
because
like
it's
it.
a thermostat.
Yeah.
Your thermostat on success is called your self esteem.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's success in health, that's success in wealth, that's success in relationships. That thermostat is called your self-esteem. So, you know, Sloan, you a bachelor out here. You out here, doing your thing. You a eligible, successful black man. You got the flowy beard and all of that. You know what I mean? Check it out, bro. You know and I know
Mm-hmm.
that you done dated this young lady.
Mm-hmm.
You go in the club, and it's like them Terminator crosshairs come on. I know all the brothers is going to feel me if they keeping it real. If y'all ain't, it's okay.
100. Yeah, listen, this locker room, put it up there.
We all get them little crosshairs. We like "Do-do-do-do-do-do-do." We walking through the thing and all of that, and it's like you skip that one, you skip that one, you skip that one. Boom, she the one.
All
Now,
right, all right.
now you just now met her, bro. How the
Mm-hmm.
heck she end up having the same issues with her mom, the last one had, or the
Mm,
same issues with her dad? I mean, it's the same exact woman, but she drive a different car, might have different measurements, you know.
that's
Um,
good, bro.
they
That's
have a
good.
different complexion, okay, but it's the same exact woman. You talk to her,
Mm,
she got the same issues with her dad, the same issues with her mom, same amount of kids probably, same making them. What happened right there? How could you? That's your self-esteem. Your
mm.
self-esteem saw that that first one was a real good woman, but you ain't want a real good woman. You wanted another stripper. Not saying strippers can't be good women. You know what I mean? But they ain't what you want. You know? Like when when I went through my divorce, bro, it's like there were infidelity issues, bro. But
Hmm.
after I broke up with her, I had a phone full of exotic dancers. That means it wasn't her, bro.
Right, right.
Because what were these exotic dancers doing, bro?
Right.
Being mad faithful to their man, bro? No. They're in the campaign
Absolutely not.
trying to
It's-
make extra money, bro.
Absolutely.
So it wasn't her, it was me. My
That's real.
self-esteem made me walk past this one, this one, this one, this one, until here go the one with the tattoos all up her thigh and the you know what I mean? Not to say that there's nothing wrong with a young
Right.
lady with tattoos on her thigh, But I'm just saying, like,
I could dig it. You had your preference. If it was a certain flavor you was attracted to. So it doesn't matter.
because
That's where you that was your thermostat. That's where you was. You
that was
elevated
my
right to what
thermostat.
you want.
And
Exactly.
then here's the
I
cold
get it.
part, bro. I got a problem if my thermostat is set to 80 and it's already hot outside. Well, I got a problem if my thermostat is set to 40 and it's already cold outside. I got to do some adjustment. And this is where therapy comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Am I looking for this woman, bro, who has the same characteristics as my mom so I can heal? But I didn't like what my mama said to me, but now you say it and you got a problem, Shawty. Because I couldn't stand up for myself when my mom would be going in, but
That's
I
good.
ain't having that shit from you.
Yeah, that's real.
So
That's
now
real.
I get to take out that argument that I never had with my mom. Now
Yeah,
my mom is
yeah,
past that, but I still remember the
yeah,
trauma. And
for
now
sure.
I picked you out because that's what you're doing. You dating your mama. Well, ladies is dating their daddy. So now I found you. You acting just like my mama used to act, but in the ways that you would get on my nerves.
That's right.
And now we arguing, right? Because I ain't hit, but I'm fighting ghosts, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not really fighting this young lady.
yeah.
I'm fighting my unhealed
Yo,
trauma.
bro, that's so real, bro. Fellas, man, I hope y'all got your pen. Now, listen, in every call, that's why I got up. I keep a pad and a pen because this is for growth and healing. Like we just telling you straight up. If you want to progress in your life, man, if you want that self-esteem, I like how brother Ali put it together, man. If you got a self-esteem issue or situation, you need to deal with yourself because obviously to get respect, you got to first be respectful, right? It got to go that way, right? You know, those who want friend got to show themselves to be friendly. If you want respect, you got to be respectful. You got to have a welcoming spirit, which means a lot of that stuff you carrying around, you got to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't carry it in no relationship. One of the biggest things that I always like to say is when you walk in the room, your presence should speak before your words. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you carry, a person should be able to look at you and see the goodness on you. It should be a glow. Some people just got that look. They just got that aura, right? So you want that to be good stuff because vice versa. You could tell when a person walk into a room and it get dark. You ever seen that? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, woo. Like, what was that? Like, it was just something just swooped in. Like, just be honest. Y'all seen this before. I know I ain't the only one that's tripping. I'm like, yo, who is that? You can see it on their face. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in their aura, how they walk. They got a self-esteem issue, right? And it's rubbing off through the room. You want to be in good energy because you don't want to affect your future still fighting your past. At some point, you're going to have to deal with your old wicked self in your ways, man, and build yourself what they get to. And I think one thing you got to do is spend some time with yourself. Zeke, like, listen, I'm big on spending self-time, bro. Like, I spend a lot of time by myself, right? So when I'm out and about, I'm not dealing with the trauma of the world. You know what I'm saying? I can turn the noise all the way down and be with me. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, lions are leaders. You know what I'm saying? And lions are loners. They did a lot of time with themselves. Even when the prophets want to be able to lead the people, they would go to the mountaintop by themselves and then come back down with the message to lead the people. So I feel like a lot of time when you want to like really get in tune and figure out what direction you want to go, you got to spend some time with yourself so you can give the person the best version of yourself. Because we got a higher self and a lower self, family. So any relationship you're gonna give, are you giving them the best version of you or the worst version of you? And if something that's connected to that person is pulling out the worst side of you, it's probably some trauma or something going on that you had dealing with some stuff that this person remind you of some things. So you really need to cut that out because either it's them or you ain't fix you. Because I do feel like you're gonna keep getting faced with the same challenges until you get better. You know what I'm saying? You feel like that, Zeke? I feel like the universe is gonna give you the same test until you pass it.
That's
So,
it.
so is it the test or you just need to get better?
Listen, man, it's this old like Chinese proverb where the dude he walked down the street, he fall into the hole. Next chapter, he walked down the street and he trip up over the hole, but he don't fall in.
Yeah.
Next chapter, he walked down the street, he jump over the hole. The next chapter, he just pick another street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna keep on getting that test till you pass it. God will never fail you, but there will absolutely be a retest.
Yeah. And we got to make sure we go through it, bro. So listen, let's keep digging, man. We're about halfway through the show, man. Let's get to the second question right here, man. Why? Like we understand person development, right? So we understand the self-esteem. We got our understanding between the self-respect could be ego. Make sure y'all write that down, right? The ego could be an issue, but you really want to deal with your self-esteem, right? But when we move a little further, so why do most people neglect? Why do men neglect the person development, right? Why we neglect that, right? And how can we improve it? Because guys, listen, we understand person development has changed my absolute life. You know what I'm saying? It changed me from who I used to be. And I would like in this series too, Zeke, let's give them a couple of books that the brothers can read and kind of dig back into it, into their catalog and work on themselves. But one of the first books that I have read coming up young was Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Richest Man in Babylon, right? How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Millionaire Mindset. These are some of my first levels of books, right? I remember being 17, 18, reading health books. Now, what an 18-year-old deal reading a health book? But I was into that because I was in the sport. So I knew my performance was only as good as my body. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm
That's
reading
right.
stuff about health. I remember eating salad with no dressing because it was like really, I was big on that. I got to get healthy. And I worked on myself coming up in an urban neighborhood where I saw what I saw. I got influenced with everything around it, right? You know what I'm saying? Some of the kingpins was right in my neighborhood, and I saw the money, I saw the women, I seen the flashy life, I seen fast cash. So it let me think of I'm gonna be a man. This what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go get the car, I gotta go get I gotta get hit the hammers, I gotta hit the loud music. This what it looked like. But then I seen another side of the men in my family. I seen my uncles back top in Jersey, man. They was Stacy Adams. You know what I'm saying? A blazing slacks on a Tuesday. Stetson, Dobbs, hat boxes. So I'm a little conflicted. I'm seeing this group of men, this is how they roll in the box Chevys, and they masculine. I'm seeing my uncles in them, they wearing Stetsons and they got successful businesses and they got 401ks and they still got money. So both of these got nice cars, both of these got nice attire, right? Both of these cats are doing well. They just doing it differently. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so personal development for me became the key because I don't care where you grow up at. Your mind can take you out of any environment. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
When you get the reading, you can elevate yourself. When cats go to prison, or cats, you know what I'm saying, go to the fairs, they read, they get developed, they work on. So you ain't got to be in prison to read, right? It's
That's right.
just it's the self-discipline. It's like how much discipline the cat got to really work on themselves to go from where they were to where you want to go to. You know what I'm saying? So person
Mhm.
development for key, like created a whole nother person. I came up in the same spots. I did the same things all my homeboys did. The only difference between me now as a man at 37 versus a lot of my counterparts that came up in the same neighborhood is the books that I read, the seminars that I went to, the coaches and mentors, because whoever advice you take, you also accept in their lifestyle.
That's right.
Hello. Like
That's
some of
right.
y'all need to write that down. Whoever
Yeah.
advice you taking, you blueprinting their lifestyle. You see
That's
what I'm
it.
saying? Like you're taking a piece of their life and putting it in your life. So I'm very, very careful who advice that I take. You follow me? But you know what I'm saying? I'm key. If I don't see the residue of what I want my future to look like, I'm like, yo, I appreciate that, but I'm
Yeah.
good on that. And then I don't even say that, you eat the meat and throw the bones out, right?
That's
But
it.
I'm telling you, man, for anybody on this call, man, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you, don't neglect the person development, right? You know what I'm
No.
saying? If you want to build yourself up, you got to grow past where you are. So talk about that, Zig. You sharp, bro. You articulate. You read. I know your story and your struggles. So how do you develop to become what you are today, right? Do you think you ever would have got this far without person development? Do you think you could have stayed the person that you were and still get to this point, or was person
Yeah, man. I
development
mean,
mandatory? Like, what you think? Give me your take. I don't want to be biased. What you think?
yeah, bro. I mean, like I be breaking it down to him. Like when you look at a banana, bro, the reason a banana is curved is because even the bottom of the banana is reaching for the light. Like if you put plants in a dark room, bro, the plant is gonna lean towards the light. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying?
that's good stuff.
So we are part of nature, and nature can only grow, aka develop, or it can decay, aka die.
Yeah, yeah,
Things
that's
either
right.
develop or decay. They grow or they die. And you're a part of nature just like everything else. But me and you lucked up, bro, because we discovered network marketing.
That's true.
There are only the way I teach it is that there are only five categories of human who get into personal development.
Hmm.
First, you got like kings and world leaders. Like when you see Barack Obama talking about how he had already wrote his nomination speech.
Mm.
That's visualization. That's affirmations. That's the stuff that we know we learn in personal development, which, let's be clear, it's just really a reinterpretation of God's words. Whether
Yeah.
you read the Talmud, the Bible, the Quran, whatever you read, like when Napoleon Hill says that one of the laws of success, or one of the ways you think and grow rich, is go the extra mile.
Mm-hmm.
That's the story of Jesus and the Romans and whatnot. Like how the Romans, Jesus, the Romans, who were the police of the day, they were telling them, they were embarrassing them, telling them carry these buckets a mile, and Jesus was like, carry them an extra mile. So when we hear words like,
That's what's up.
yo, if you do more than you paid for, eventually you'll be paid for more than you do. That's
Mm.
just a reinterpretation of go the extra mile. So, all right. So, the point I'm making is world leaders is one category, right? All
Right.
right. Then you got scientists. When you talk about somebody going to the moon and no one's ever been there before, or somebody's curing polio, or somebody's trying to knock out cancer, that's going to take personal development because it gets trippy. You stepping on the surface of a land mass that no humans ever been there before, or you trying to classify these different species of alien life and all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All that's going to take you kind of like being aware of your potential, and being aware that the unseen is more powerful than the seen world, et cetera,
Mm-hmm.
so forth. That's all going to flow into personal development. So scientists, you'll find, really have to stay on point with their uh, studies of the mind, quantum physics, the way a thing
Mm-hmm.
changes when it's being observed, the way the word affects these 73 trillion cells in a body, the way in the beginning was the word, all of these things that sound all like woo woo and hoity toity and weird to, you know, today's society. This is all stuff from the ancients, like,
Mm-hmm.
another one that comes straight from God's words that we're able to read is when you hear them talk about the rain dance, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll hear them talk about like how the Native Americans would go out there on that plateau and dance like it already happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what we're seeing when we see these world leaders, when we see these scientists. The third category would be athletes. Like when you hear about Larry Bird naming the spot that he's going to hit the game winning three on, or you hear about Muhammad Ali calling around he was going to knock the joker out in, or you see, Babe Ruth or Sammy Sosa, they'll point to exactly where they're going to knock the ball,
Mm-hmm.
before the ball even leaves the pitcher's hand, much less the bat smacks it. So
Absolutely.
athletes would be the next level. The fourth level would be entertainers. When you hear about Drake and how that 12,500 square foot mansion that he had before he built this house was his screensaver for years.
Mm.
Or you hear about, you know, all the stories, Jay-Z to Will Smith to Kanye West drew himself into a family picture of the Kardashians before
Mm-hmm.
he manifested. I could go on and on and on, right? And then you got network marketers, cats that go from making minimum wage to having millions and millions in net worth. Those are the five categories that really study personal development. Everybody else is lost, bro, because they're being taught. See, when I was a young parent, I used to refer to like Sesame Street and PBS and all that as educational TV. But then
Mm-hmm.
one of my big homies put me on, like, yo, it's all educational. It's just what are you learning?
Right.
So the reason that these chumps are lost if they don't have personal development, bro, is because they're studying the art of mediocrity.
Mm.
They're
Come on.
learning
Come
how to
on.
be losers. You know what I mean? Now they accidentally learning how to lose, but if you
Ah.
watch reality TV, bro, and you forget that whatever entertains you trains you, you
Yeah, that's
man,
it.
you and your daughter are learning how a woman who ain't never gonna be happy responds when things get rough. Oh, she
Mm-mm.
throw the wine glass. But see, you're not seeing, oh, this woman's never gonna be, she's gonna be miserable the rest of her life. You ain't seeing
Ever.
that.
forever in 3 days. It ain't
Yes,
gonna never work.
forever and a week, bro. And it's all because you're watching lack of conflict resolution skills get celebrated. Why?
That's so true.
Because reality TV is designed to be a device that
Mhm.
allows you to feel better about yourself without having to change nothing about your life.
That's crazy, bro. Studying mediocrity, man. That's a great jewel point right there because everybody's learning, but it's what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Sitting there watching the idiot box, of these learned behaviors, and it's kind of funny when you look at that because even the person, right, going back to the entertainment, the producer sitting here and write scripts, so they visualized this way before you saw it.
Thank you.
They've written out this script and this movie script, and they know how they want this to play out, but they playing off of human behavior as well,
Come on.
right? And so they're already writing out how this emotion is going to happen. This person's going to be irate and out of control. And so a lot of my partners in entertainment, I've seen how this actors, I mean, this is some good stuff right here because I've seen the mindset of how they draw out the characters. This character is going to be hood. This character is going to be irate. This character is going to be able to, he's going to have the wisdom. He's going to be like the oracle. You see what I'm saying? And so it's
Yeah.
already been highlighted who's going to be able to handle what. So how do we relate that to real life for what we had today? How do you become from being the person that becomes irate to understanding how to become the oracle? It's a decision making of what you put in front of you
That's
and
it,
how
bro.
you unlearn and relearn some new behavior. Like, listen, guys, we only telling you how to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Our first couple of calls, we talked about some healing, but I really want to get one of my partners on here today to talk about how you elevate because you can heal and you can heal, but at some point you got to elevate.
That's
You see
it.
what I'm saying? You got to go to the next level, and you can't be afraid to do that. Like I see
No.
so many cats, they don't want to break out the box. Like, listen, let me tell you something. If a person says, "Well, he think he better than us," yeah, you're right. See, a person don't want to admit that, but let me tell you something. How a man thinks becomes his reality. I want to be better than my past. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I feel like I'm a better, guy got more favor towards me or he loved me more than you, but nah, or he think he better. I do think I'm better than just doing what I used to do. I do
Yeah.
think I'm better. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I don't got to think I'm better than you, but I'm think I'm better than that. Does that make sense?
And I think I make better
I,
choices.
I make better choices. I expect more out of myself. Like, yo, we got to grow to a point that you're comfortable with saying that. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? I'm better than my past. You know what I'm saying? When I was a child, I thought I was a child. When I became a man, I put away, childish behavior.
Come
And
on.
being in places where you don't accept that you're better than, then you always gonna be mediocre.
That's it.
You're not gonna grow. Like you can't be afraid to go to the next level. Like Zeke, I see cats so many times that they'll just keep running in the same circle because that's what they celebrated. But then when they grow outside of that circle, right, you're gonna feel the pressure. But that pain is what make you grow. You know what I'm saying? Like it was so uncomfortable, bro, for me when I first got into business. I had two suits, one shirt, you know what I'm saying? One pair of shoes, right? One belt. Now you got the black one, the brown belt, the blue belt, the different type of shoe. Now I was interchanging shirts and suit jackets. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the Goodwill to get a couple of different ties. I didn't even know how to tie a daggone tie. Like when my daughter's mom had to teach me how to tie a tie. I didn't even know how to tie the daggone tie. So
All
me
right.
going to the meetings, I felt mad uncomfortable. But bro, that energy stretched me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it
I know just what
stretched
you're saying.
me. I'm like in the back room all quiet. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be called on. Like I just want to be there, but it's mad uncomfortable.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But I grew from that. I grew
Yeah.
from that. And then I saw how cats Kevin said, listen, I remember coming up in the industry, bro, in network marketing, where I don't care if a person was 18 or 80. You said Mr. and Mrs. Mr. Ali, Mr. Sloan. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Bay, Mr. Mickle, right? You know what I'm saying? It was always Mr. and Mrs. I learned that in the industry. In my neighborhood, I remember kids still calling their mama by their first name. Like it was just different.
Mm-hmm.
Exposure and growth grew us to another level where we can elevate. So this person development team is this. Let me tell you, family, like we gotta grow. So what's some books that you feel like the brothers can utilize to be able to grow? If you were to give them your top five, what's Haziq Ali top five books? Give us those books today, man, of what you feel like a person can use to take them to the next level. Because I know you're big on manifestation, you big on affirmations. What do you feel like brothers can do to be able to push themselves to the next level?
Um, man, so the the books are definitely a big part of it because I always talk about how environment is stronger than willpower, and then there are three different types of environment that you kind of want to look at, right? And one we won't go into all of them today, but you know, this is what we talk about on that Good Morning Millionaire thing. That like I know you see me doing live sometimes, Dynamite.
Absolutely, all the time, bro. You do a great job.
Yeah, appreciate it. So the three different types of environment, and what we always try and get people to understand is that environment is stronger than willpower. Environment is stronger than willpower, but there are three different types of environment. One type of environment is your physical environment, which is what we would refer to as your habitat. And that's a very telling phrase. I use it on purpose and with intention, habitat, because a lot of your habits come from your physical environment.
Sure.
Like, Sloan, when you had me kind of like coaching your squad, I tried to tell them, like, if you come home from work and the environment is set up where the chair is in front of your favorite television and the remote control is right there in the arm of the chair, you're just gonna come in, you're gonna get into what? Animalistic vibes. You're not responding, you're reacting. You walk in, you react to the environment. There's my chair, there's my remote. You robotically pick it up, turn it on because it's a habit.
That's
It's
right.
part of your habit force now because that's your habitat. Now, what if instead we took, like, I got a whole course in my academy on just forming habits, and one of the ideas I give them, right, is what if you just came along and took the batteries out the remote? Now, when you go to click it on robot, it don't. It's like, I'm supposed to make phone calls for my business right now. I almost forgot. Let me make my 5 phone calls. Then I deserve to cut on the
And I
TV.
deserve to turn it on because it becomes a distraction. Yeah, I dig it. I
So
like
that's
that.
habitat.
I mean, I
That's
need to write that down. Habitat, break your
Word
habits.
up.
All right, keep rolling. I'm with you.
Then the second part of the environment that we would talk about if we had time, but we don't, is what we refer to as culture. Culture is living, breathing environment. Culture
Yeah,
are all these cats you hang around for no reason. You call them friends, right? But as we all know, the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. Whether you're
that's
talking
it.
about your health, whether you're talking about your marital status, whether you're talking about the size of your bank account, whether you're talking about the level of fulfillment you feel in life. Are you miserable? Are you joyful? All of this has to do with the people you hang out with. That's your environment. That's the second form of environment. If the first is habitat, the second is culture. And then the third one, bro, which is why you're asking me about these books, is mentality. So environment and mentality, one ends with MENT, one starts with MENT. I think they're very, right? So environment it is also your mentality. And the way I always teach it, people always hear me end all of my calls with this saying where I say either your mind has to expand to match your goals, or your goals will start shrinking to match your mind. And what I mean by that is a lot of cats, they be
Man, hey, listen, that Jacob would say, man, shut your mouth and keep talking.
yo,
Money would say, shut your mouth and keep talking, man. Give him that one more time, man. Either your
right,
goal is going
right.
to expand or your mind going to shrink. Run that back, man.
That's
Give
it.
it to him
That's
one
it.
more time.
Your mind got to expand and match your goals. If I was walking around the office, you'll see this picture with the quote up there, by my, that's
I
one of my
love it.
little Hazikisms. But what I'm trying to say to you,
I got the dynamitisms. You got the Hazigisms?
yeah, bro. And so what I try to get them to see,
That's
bro, is
dope.
that like you be out here grinding,
Yes, sir.
but you ain't running the right race. You're gonna mess around and trade in your happy life for happy hour. Instead of it being the kind of thing where you trying to get to you try to get to the promised land, Sloan. You end up just trying to make it to the weekend. Like, oh Lord.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? Where the
Such
Jack Daniels? Where the Casamigo?
what the concept? Yeah, I mean, it's
I don't
yo,
need the Casamigo, bro, because I'm busy trying to make the world mine. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's it. That's it. We bought a distillery. You know what I'm saying?
You
It's a
heard?
whole nother mindset,
Yeah. So
bro.
to answer your question about the books, bro, I would go with some of those you said earlier, Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence. But I'm gonna tell you one that everybody needs to. Yo, Cybernetics from your boy Maxwell Maltz.
Is that right?
Woo!
Oh, let me get that. Cybernetics.
Cybernetics. Yeah, come tell me what you think.
Cybernetics, man. I'm just going. You can't spell it. You just scribble the rest of it. It's cyber.
Yeah, cybernetics, like a missile has a cybernetic system. It's like a guidance. Cybernetics.
All right, that's Maxwell. Who is that?
Robot, and then netics. NETICS. So psycho, like somebody psychopath.
Right. Oh, okay.
So it's like a guidance system for the mind. Maxwell Maltz was a plastic surgeon. He had fixed the chick nose, and she couldn't even see it. She would have dysmorphia. So he's like, hold up, it's not what they're seeing. They can't see. So then that sent them off. Same way Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile with his mind, and he don't become a wide receiver. He becomes a neurologist. This is what I mean. Personal development, like scientists, right? World leaders, athletes, entertainers. All right. So Cybernetics is a big one. There's another one by Robert J. Ringer called Winning Through Intimidation, or To Be or Not to Be Intimidated. Game-changing book, bro.
Got it.
Game-changing book.
Run that one back one more time. I'm writing it down.
Winning Through Intimidation, or it's called To Be or Not to Be Intimidated, is I think the latest version of it.
Wow, Winning Through Intimidation.
I had this cat from the Irish Mafia put me under that joint. My man Tommy O'Rourke. Shouts out to him.
Right. Mafiosos. Got it. That's 2 new ones for me right there. I'm definitely gonna cop those. That's 2 new.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for here. I'm going to put you on the joints. I'm gonna go Miseducation of the Negro.
Yeah.
Carnegie G. Woodson.
I got that one. That's a classic.
So if you already got that one, scratch that one. But we'll go ISIS Papers from Francis Cress Welsing.
Okay, ISIS Paper. That's another new one. All right.
Yeah, because ISIS Papers is gonna break down this low cultural esteem. Like if you go to one of my Instagram pages, I got this joint called "You Can't Be Woke and Broke," right? And I got like different joints from. You caught that, bro? So I got different.
Man, cut it out, man. Cut it out. You can't be woke and broke. Oh my God, cat so woke.
God, when you talk,
man, and they bank account sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on, man.
So, I got different clips from Francis Cress Welsing on there. Like she got this joint. She be talking about like how racism really come from fear. That's why you don't mind giving the dog all the best of everything because you ain't worried the dog gonna come in and take over the house.
Right. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I ain't even gonna go to ISIS Papers. So we gave you Cybernetics. We gave you To Be or Not to Be Intimidated. We gave you the ISIS Papers.
Yeah, Miseducation of the Negro. We put that in there.
Miseducation of the Negro.
Right.
What's another one? I got a bookshelf in here, man. Let me give them something that's just. Oh, I'm tripping, bro. We gotta go Claude Anderson, Powernomics, bro.
You gotta go Powernomics, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta go
Powernomics, bro. It wouldn't be right to list the book list. Dr. Claude Anderson is a national treasure. And then also, since I'm shouting out books, my own book is about to drop. If they go to Millionaire Minded TV on YouTube, then they can stay in contact with me. Just subscribe to the channel. We go live 7:30 a.m. every morning. But if you go to millionaireminded.com, then there's a book list right there. You can listen to the first chapter of my book that's about to come out, and you can join the email list so that you know when it's about to drop. Because
that's good stuff. Put it out there again. Tell them to get in the channel. Tell them the YouTube channel. Hazik is one of the most consistent speakers I know. And I mean, he's more consistent than running water. 7:30 in the morning, this boy is on there. Like, listen, I could wake up, miss Hazik's show, and get an inbox from his show, and it'll say Hazik is live. But I'm catching like the last 5-10 minutes of the live. Brother woke up, showered up, got dressed, fresh as death. Coming in, good morning, millionaires, and done rocked it. You know what I'm saying? By the time I'm getting my cup of coffee, Hazik done did a whole call.
For real, bro. For real.
I gotta give you your homage, right? I gotta give you your homage, bro. as consistent as running water, bro. So tell them how to find you on YouTube, bro. You gotta find it. Hazik be
Appreciate
feeding
that,
me.
King.
I wake up to breakfast with Hazik, like, damn, boy, Zeke was on it this morning. Tell him how to
That's
find you,
right. That's right. Because and I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Because I was taught that the secret to success, there's another book everybody should get. It's called Platform.
Okay.
Platform is one. I'm gonna give you two more. Platform from Michael Hyatt and It Ain't Over Till You Win by Les Brown. That It Ain't Over Till You Win book saved my life. And then Platform by Michael Hyatt gave me some of the jewels, bro, that has me doing some of the stuff that everybody's so amazed by. It's called How to Stand Out in a Noisy World. Platform.
Yeah.
But at any rate,
Tell them how to find you. Give me your YouTube real quick before we get. Give me your YouTube.
Okay, Millionaire Minded TV. Millionaire Minded TV. And all I was gonna say is I was taught that if you want to change your life, bro, then change something you do daily. And you know, I don't care if you're trying to work out daily, meditate daily, read daily. Me, I happen to teach daily. But the secret to success or the secret to failure is always found in your daily routine. So if you want to change your life, just change something you do daily. I don't care if it's just doing 10 push-ups. You're gonna change your life.
That's
They say
good.
you hug MC Hammer. I remember I heard Sway on the morning show on XM. He talking about how you hug MC Hammer and his whole body feel like a damn cinder block. And he was like, "What you do?" He's like, "Oh no, I don't do no weights. I don't do nothing. I just do 50 push-ups every day when I wake up."
That's
and
it.
his whole body just rock hard, you know.
Yeah. Chisel.
Chisel.
Yo, listen, teammates, listen, family. Like, I appreciate y'all, man, hopping on. Zeke, man. We got to get you back in here, man. We're gonna wrap it up, man. I want to get some closing remarks from you. But man, I just got a page full of knowledge, man. Listen, environment, man. Three key things, guys. That's key. Physical, which a habitat, right? Culture, right? You know what I'm saying? Mentality, the stuff that you put in your head. This whole segment today was about self-respect, what Zeke has blessed us with self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? A different paradigm of how we look at this deal, how you respect yourself, how you esteem yourself, and then how do you grow personally past where you are, right? You can never get to your future hanging on to your past. Like,
Word.
You just can't do it, right? You know, having a whiteboard is something that I grew up on for a decade plus. Bro, I went and looked at a whiteboard that I had 4 years ago, and I had some of my current things I'm living in was on that whiteboard, still on that old whiteboard from 4 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm talking about from my book to the bullet points, my speaking arrangement, the companies, the funding, like the advancements. I'm living it. I wrote it 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm a big believer in affirmations. I'm a big believer in manifestations, guys, but I'm a big believer you got to work on yourself. So I do believe, man, that from this segment, guys, if you go back and watch this and really catch this, you're going to be able to get success leaves a lot of clues. And sometimes you're going to have to leave the pack to lead them. You got to lead the pack to lead your future. You can't lead staying abnormal, mediocre. I love what you said, Zeke, when you say they just learning how to be losers. Somebody got to go win. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody got to break out the pack and go win. And why not you? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just why not you? If it's gonna be a legacy, I always ask cats, and I think I've heard you say it before. Is he like, who's your great grandfather? What's his name?
They don't know.
Who's your great, not your father, not your grandfather?
Yeah.
Who's your great grandfather? Give me back 4 generations. What's his name?
What's
Right?
his name?
What do you look like? Where you from? Where's mama from?
Thank
How
you.
you why you don't know? Let's just be honest. Like it's men, right? Because the brother didn't put in enough work to be remembered. He lived, you know what I'm saying? He survived. He took care of his family. Obviously, that's why he had a son who had a son who had a son, and then you eventually got here. So he took care of
the bare minimum.
Yeah, he did the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't trying to survive. He said, I'm trying to live it to the living and love it a lie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to survive. Jay, let it be clear. 9 to 5
Players got them kind of dreams in
I ain't trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to live it to the limit, bro. We gotta
love it alive.
Love it alive. You know what I'm saying? We gotta live like that, fellas. If you want to be remembered, take this from your boy. Take this from your boy. If you don't do nothing else, take this from me. If you want to be remembered, if you want to go to the next level, you got to do something so abnormal. You got to do something so far out the box, and it got to be stamped. Right? That your name gonna last forever. It got to be something unique that you do for your family. And I don't know what that is, but if you can't remember your great grandfather, then just surviving ain't gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? it ain't gonna be. So we already know that ain't enough because he did that and you don't remember him. So what
No
makes you think you're gonna be anything different?
facts.
And that's why I say within my life is legacy moves only. I gotta attach my name to something that's gonna be doing things that, you know what I'm saying? I could be walking out. I was at a gym the other day, right? I walked through the concession stand, Z, and the young lady looked at me. She said, "You Adriana's dad, aren't you?"
I
I'm like, "How you know that?" She said, "I've seen you, I've heard you. Y'all look alike too." You know what I'm saying?
know that's right, bro.
But you know, that was one of the most beautiful moments for me, bro.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
I always say I want to live my life that my children could be proud of me to say I'm their father.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I
Word.
always want to live my life like that, that my children can be proud to say I'm their father, which means I got to do something abnormal. And it's always not monetary. It's not always how much you can pay for, but it's the impact. Because
Word.
kids spell love Time.
Word.
It's how
Word.
much time you impart into them to develop them up. And that's how your legacy gonna be built. It's not gonna be built with money. Your legacy gonna be built with time and
Word.
wisdom and cultivation. And you're gonna activate some stuff that money can't even buy. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. What you
Fact.
birth out of your legacy has nothing to do with your money, has everything to do with your time and your specialty of how you impart your spirit into your seed, and that seed grow and your legacy move on, man. So
Word.
listen, I want to make sure you guys get that, man. From this particular session, you got to personally develop and grow so you could do something just amazing and abnormal to be remembered for a lifetime. So
Yes,
Zeke, what you listen, man, I'm gonna give you the wrap up, bro. So what you want the people to take away from this particular call, bro? I just appreciate you taking some time, you know what I'm saying, out of your busy schedule to come to pour in. You know I'm gonna get you back and we're gonna keep chopping it up. But for
yeah.
gentlemen only, a space for men to grow and lead their family, their community, what would you want the brother to walk away from a platform like this?
Hey man, just keep on working on yourself. The worst kind of man is one that don't work on his weaknesses. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Keep on working on yourself. The future you is gonna be so proud of you that you decided to make that decision today. And in the words of Jim Rohn, remember, a sophisticated man knows that a well-timed rose is way better than $1,000 gift too late.
yo, yo, I appreciate you, Zeke, man. You know, I love you, my brother, man. Keep
Yeah.
keep making impact, Zeke, man, all across the nation, bro. We got so much work to do, man. Let me tell you something, man. The creator's proud of you, bro. Like you inspire so many people, Zeke. Let me give you your flowers for just a moment, brother. You inspire people that you would never shake their hand. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Like some people look up to you, bro, that you will never know their name. But just
Wow.
because they see how you live your life and how you make an impact, bro, you are pouring belief into so many people across the nation, bro, just because you decided to believe in yourself. And
Wow.
so I feel like that you're a great example of even what this show is about today is about belief, about self-esteem, about building on yourself. And I can tell you, even from a brother like myself, right? And I can't eat from everybody's plate because everybody ain't feeding me the right type of nutrients for me to grow at the level that I'm at, to be all the way honest. But
Preach.
the nutrients, bro, that you put out got so much substance in it. You got some superfood in there
Yeah.
that even a brother that's seasoned as myself, I can pull up and I can sit at the table and get filled, bro. So I just want to give you your flowers, my brother. I honestly love you, respect you, and I stand for everything you standing on, bro. I got your back. Hey,
Hey man,
listen,
I appreciate
front
it, bro.
line,
Like they say, the
front.
gods is not unknown to themselves, bro. It takes one to know one. Appreciate you, King.
Absolutely, bro. Blessings, man. We'll be in contact, man. Y'all give it up for my man Haziq Ali, man. Listen, doing what he's supposed to be doing, man. My brother, man. Listen, family, man. I appreciate all y'all hopping on, man. I hope this segment of Gentlemen Only you found some value into, guys. Right now, man. Make sure you allow people, man, to understand the messages, man. Share the information, man. Subscribe to Dynamite Son on YouTube. Go back and watch the videos, guys. I watch the videos over myself sometimes because there's so much food in here. We want to grow our community. We want to grow our men. But guys, we got to elevate. We cannot be afraid to go to the next level. We can't be afraid to chime in and do what we got to get done. Because listen, you only competing with yourself from yesterday. Don't worry about nothing else. I mean, if you want to elevate, if you want to go to the next level, you got to compete with your best. You got to compete with you. It ain't about who did what. Listen, you compete with that man in the mirror every single day to be the best product he absolutely can be. I am my competition. I am my worst enemy. I am my own supporter. I'm my own cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? You got to get so engulfed in the development of you. So when you start working with other people, you got something to pour into, right? You got to be able to pour in. But listen, if your cup is empty, if you're walking around every day like your life is a styrofoam cup that got a hole in it. You know what I'm saying? And every day you walking around, you feel like you got something, but you getting drained every day, bro. Let me tell you, you running out. So when it's time for you to pour, ain't nothing left. You got to take time to work on yourself and respect yourself enough that you can develop and grow to the man God got for you to be, that your children can look up to you. Because listen, bro, you got so much in you. It's in you. Everything you got, listen, all the tools that you need to go to the next level, you got them. But I need you to realize you got them. And you got to dig deep enough to pull them out and start unpacking them. Man, take that book bag with all that self-pity and all that doubt and disbelief and the haters and naysayers. Man, take all that crap out and dump that crap on the side of the road, man. Listen, and understand everything that God got in you, bro, and walk with your head up high, man, because you got what it's going to take, you know what I'm saying, to take your family to the next level. Somebody going to remember your name. You're not going to live this life and not be remembered. Not on my watch. If you keep watching my show, you're going to start believing. If you can take a piece of my belief and put it in you, bro, listen, Dynamite believe in you because you gonna believe in you and your family gonna be proud of you, man. It's your boy Dynamite, son, the living legend, man. Y'all know my saying. Somebody gotta pay the price up front in full with no discounts, man. And that person gotta be you. Until next time, man, y'all, peace and blessings, man. Let's run this show back. We see you next week on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard.